Quick little video here on Sunday. Amy and I just polished off our weekend videos, and I realized I didn't talk about Saturday's racing. Saturday evening for sure, but Saturday in general, I believe, also. So I'm going to get to that right now. You know, our day started so good yesterday. I was so pumped. 3-point blue chip, I thought probably was a winner. I thought for sure he would. If you'd have stopped there, he said, okay, where'd he finish? I'll bet you right now. I would have said he won the race. I thought the outside horse gets an advantage. I thought he jumped him at the wire, and he had him. That was the closest of losses you're going to experience for a while, I believe. 3-point blue chip. Second beat a Nostril in 54-3. We talked about it in the opening, and I'll talk about it again. Spencer Carrick, you know, a guy that's not really known as a catch driver, but does a good job. And we needed a driver yesterday. Spencer jumped up and drove Patrick DePrana and drove him absolutely perfect. Third and 150. A great job by the horse and a great job by Spencer. Rosemont Alexandra, I thought, was a winner last night. At the quarter, at the half, he had asked me, even maybe at the head of lane, I thought she was a winner. She just didn't have enough pop on the end of it. I noticed too, she emptied out real loose, and I told them to put her on Succeed also.
Who's this?
Rosemont Alexandra. So I think she's all these little things, and I was explaining this to the caretakers yesterday, all the tiny little things that we notice. You know, she's still got a rub mark on her knee, and, you know, her feet can get a little warm. Those things run hand in hand. You know, she doesn't eat the greatest. So we got to get her eating good and feeling good. And as we start to do that, she's going to start packing on more weight and more weight, but good weight, looking good, looking shiny. And at that point, you're going to see the best form of Rosemont Alexandra come out. She was okay last night. She should have won, but raced okay. Chicago Hall raced good. Two very good horses that beat him last night. He was third, 55 flat, 27-4 in the end of it. That's a good line for that horse, and there's no concerns there. 55 right now. Last night is probably, as he starts, this is a big lumbering horse. Still got to put on weight. He's still immature. As we start to put muscle and weight on him, I think 55, 27-4 will turn into 53 and a piece, 54, 28 seconds where he's comfortable. We're going to have a good horse all summer long with Chicago Hall. Mounds for All, I think we're going to bring him back up here and race him up here. He's just not racing the same, and it's not anybody's fault. You know, it's hard to get him away from the gate. First over, he's not going to try first over. He's a bit of a coward first over, and the Hoosier Racing is not going to set up for him. You know, the favorites usually line up 1, 2, 3 or somewhere around there, and then somebody comes first over that's just dead meat. They're just going to grind him into the ground, and he backs up. That was us last night. He backs up, and then he gets swallowed up, and he finished 6th or 7th. Well, one, I'm not shipping 3 hours to race at 8-1. It's just no good. And there's no way for Stacy to know this. Oh, by the way, we're going to enter a couple of horses. Oh, don't worry. One's going to be 30-1 and the other one's going to be 8-1. There's no way for her to know this. It's not her fault. But Mounds for All has now been beaten 3 or 4 times in a row. He can race in the class I know he'll eviscerate in his next start. And that's the 30 claimer, non-winners of 4 but 7, right here at Northfield Park. He will crush them. And then at that point, we can start racing him back at Scioto. But there'll be no more trips to Indiana for Mounds for All. He'll be coming up here to race in that condition claimer next weekend. I believe that they ride it on Saturdays. I could be wrong. They might only ride it on Tuesday, Wednesdays. Either way, his next start will be at Northfield Park. Vehement race, good. I thought he felt great, but then quiet at the same time. I got away. In hindsight, the move of the race was to move him at the quarter pole, push the pace at 3-5. He's going to have to turn you when you do win the race. But I'm thinking I'm going to get stretched past the quarter pole. He's not as good on the front, and I should be able to find my way out. Now the horse behind me is making noise. We're just past the quarter. Horse behind me is making noise. He gets moving right now. Well, I'm not moving right now. I'm assuming I'll get out at some point. Everybody followed him. So I'm like 7th along the rail at the quarter pole, at the 3/8. They go by the half in like a minute. They go 28-3. As all this is taking place in the middle, they're slowing the front end. They go 28-3, a minute. So I'm like, oh my God. So the horse in the middle makes a break. I kind of forced my way through there a little bit, and it looked like I was going to make a good run on them. I move out around Jason getting in the last turn. I hook his wheel for a second. We get unhooked pretty quick. He still should have been 2nd or 3rd, and he ended up just beat for 3rd, finishing 4th. His gait was great. He felt great. He just didn't have as much power last night as I thought. So we'll come back and swing again next week. I would say improvements on his mechanics and some regression on his overall power last night. He feels like he's a 58 trotter. So there's lots of racing for him still in there right now. I cost you third. He might have won if I moved him with the quarter pole. I don't know. But definitely third by getting hooked up just briefly in the last turn. And then again, I think we were either going to be first, third, or fourth. We ended up fourth. Yo, Mr. Race Good just beat at the wire again. I don't really, 30-1. I know he'd be outside. There's nothing anybody can do about that. He actually raced very good, but I would like the horse racing at Scioto full time, and hopefully we can have him racing here. I don't really have much interest in taking Yo, Mr. to Indiana. We're not shipping him to Indiana every week. I'll send him to Indiana if we're going to race him in Indiana, but I would rather like to race him at Scioto Downs. And then JK Victory, I was so happy last night. One, he raced okay. But I was happy in the sense that Tyler Borth, I just spoke to him and said, listen, he gets a little bumpy at times. He's safe. You don't have to worry about this horse. That's how he's been his whole life. If you go back and watch the race, Ronnie won in 48 for Nancy or Ronnie, who had him before. The race he won in 49 for us. The race I won in 50 at the Meadows. He's always been bumpy. Don't worry about that. He'll tag an E a little bit. Just drive him. And he messaged me back last night after the race. He goes, honestly, I thought he was pretty good. He said, I like this horse. He's not bad at all. So I don't know if James just does such a good job getting a horse in a great spot. He's not a trip horse. He's the hammer, not the scalpel. You need to race him hard, rough him up, race him on the front end or near the front end, and he'll race good. But if you try and be easy with him and you let him kind of back off the accelerator, it's almost impossible to get him going again. That's just how JK Victory is. The best race he ever raced for us was when Ronnie Wren won with him in 49. He went like 26-2, 54-2, and he let him rock getting in the last turn, like 122, and he come 27 apiece and won him 49-2. That is JK Victory in a nutshell. That is him. So that's how you have to race him moving forward, and it's hard because that's not really James, right? It's just not him. And I think that is part and parcel why maybe he doesn't get along well with JK Victory. He'd be the first to say it. So it's not the end of the world. The horse raced good. We had a great week at the track, some real good highlights. We have a massive week coming up next week. The Bunker Hill starts. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Buckeyes or the Stallions Sire Stakes start next week in Ohio also. We have a number of horses we'll be entering all over the place. It's going to be a busy week next week, but you know what? It's about time. It's been a bit of a lull for a while. The weather's nice today. Hopefully it's going to be nice all next week. We got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. And it should be a lot of fun, though. It should be a lot of fun, except for Thursday. You said you're not very happy about Thursday. Not too happy about Thursday.
Yeah, May is...
It's a difficult month.
It's hard.
It's a difficult month. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. We have some horses racing tonight. Obviously, I have Greatest Ending tonight. I have Neptune, my first drive ever on Neptune tonight. We have Save America in tonight. What's Save America? Like 9-2. This horse, no, I'm just going to leave it at that. I think he'll be fine. And Time Is On My Side. Everybody's going to be watching. That's our first starter of the night. I believe like race 2 or something. No, race 5, number 2, 7-2. James is going to drive him first elimination of the Charles Dravinsky Memorial Pace tonight at Flamborough Downs. So, I hope it is a beautiful day wherever you are. It is an absolutely fantastic day here in Brunswick, Ohio. I will talk to you all very soon.